All right, Figgy Ed here, and I just want to make a quick video talking about the next several weeks and what I plan to do, and also apologize for not doing any of that over the last week and explain what happened over the last week and why I didn't do any of that. But first, I'm super excited. I have several videos to go over and do a little bit of work on about other people growing figs indoors. You all know how exciting that series is for me. There's more and more people. I'm getting videos left and right, and I'm super excited to share all the work. And I'll be linking to other people with other YouTube channels that already have an indoor setup going, and they're far along, and some are just getting started, and all these different things, all these amazing different considerations, different ways people are doing this. It's, I don't have to tell you how exciting that is all for me. So that's the series I'm working on over there. I want to continue the series where I'm doing a deep dive into all of the major consideration areas that I've identified. I did a video a long time ago that calls out 8 major considerations. I'll be redoing that video every year because is it 8 or is it 8.5? Is it 9? I don't know. I don't love the way I classified everything, but it's all there. The fundamentals are there, and just watch that video if you're interested in that. I'll link to it. And I'm trying to figure out what's the next deep dive that I'll be doing. A couple of weeks ago, I did the spaces deep dive where I showed finally my entire house full through and through. And there's some people going to be doing some grow tents that I'm not doing. So that was the spaces one. And next, I think I'm going to be doing one on insects, because that to me is the most concerning challenge of all. The rest of them could be mitigated pretty easily, in my opinion, if you just put a little extra planning and thought into it. But the insects, no, that one requires some serious diligence, and I'm not kidding. And for me, I absolutely can't stand insects. I'm a city person my entire life. I wasn't growing up in the outdoors and have a ton of exposure to the wilderness or anything like that. I don't even know that I would be comfortable with insects even if I did all of that. So insects just make me very uncomfortable, and it's not the gnats or the things flying around. It's like right now I have gnats and I have parasitic wasps flying around, and the parasitic wasps are something that I introduced into my backyard area, and they're great. I think they've actually killed all the gnats right now, and then they all died because they have nothing to eat. So right now it's great with that stuff, but it's the microscopic stuff. Those are the ones that are going to really impact you, and they're going to go for a while under the radar if you're not looking very diligently and carefully on a daily basis. It is for me. So I'm considering doing the insects one is the next part in my series for the deep dive, or maybe the fertilizer one, or maybe both. I have no idea. I'm going to be working on all of that. But I want to introduce, I'm starting a new series, one that I am most excited about, that really aligns well with my overall vision here at Figgy Ed of wanting to make the world a better place. I want to make the world a better place in any way that I can. That's the highest level piece of that vision. And I'm doing that by spreading the love of figs that I have, sharing my love of figs with as many people as I possibly can. And I'm also doing that by helping people see how possible it is to grow figs indoors. Think of all the people out there that don't have outdoor spaces. 0 outdoor space. Yeah, growing figs indoors is great for us that have a bunch of figs outside and want to continue the season or get figs 24/7 all year long, 365 days a year. But think about all the people that don't have any space outdoors. Shouldn't they know how possible it is to grow figs indoors? I wish I knew that growing up my entire life. We're talking about millions of people out there living in cities and apartments who don't have outdoor space but maybe want to grow figs indoors. They don't even know yet how their life could be so profoundly impacted in a positive manner by growing figs indoors. For me, when I started gardening back 10 years ago when I found out my wife was pregnant, gardening absolutely changed my life. It made everything physical, mental benefits are extremely amazing. And also, so all of my hand gestures just wound up making the video stop. So I'm going to stop doing so much of this. I'm going to put my hands behind me. I'm going to talk for a little bit. So gardening, when I started that about 10 years ago, when I found out my wife was pregnant with our daughter, our first daughter, it changed my life in such amazing ways. And I was saying right before the video stopped me, it's physical, obviously. It's mental. You get a ton of mental benefits. And yes, it's also spiritual. You get for me, I got an all-around amazing experience that just helped my life in so many different ways. Just from starting gardening alone. And then for me, figs just does all of that on another level. It's like gardening on steroids, if you will. It's just helped my life in so many different ways. And I want to spread that to other people. I want to help other people understand you could do that, and you could do it indoors now. So that's a big part of my vision. So I'm going to be starting a very exciting series about the benefits of growing figs and how that can help you mentally in so many different ways. Stress, all sorts of different examples. And I'm going to be working with a really great guy that I've gotten a chance to meet since I've started the channel. I met him through there. And, you know, just when you're such a like-minded person, you just click immediately. Well, that's what happened with me and Doc. We'll call him Doc for now until proper introductions are done in the first video of that series. Doc is a retired war veteran who now has multiple doctorates and is just absolutely an amazing person. And I can't wait to introduce him here to all of you very soon. Lastly, but not least, I am going to be doing a video on caprification. Well, I'm gonna try it again. My first attempt at pollinating figs did not work out very well, but my friend Blake from OLS Farms has sent me a whole bunch of pollen, and I am definitely testing the shelf life because it is still in my fridge. But I'm gonna do that series as well, and I believe Blake is doing amazing work. And he is just so far along when it comes to testing out different pollens and the impacts on these trees in a very cold climate. So he's doing some wonderful work there on his channel, OLS Farms. And I'm going to be seeing the impacts of growing figs indoors and the pollination impacts that can have. I really think it's a big deal. I think this is going to be just as big as fertilizer. Yeah, right. I heard that. I know my man Fig Hunter Down Under is going to be proud of me. That's for sure, because I know he's doing some really great stuff with that as well. So why haven't I been working on all of this over the past week? Because I have been in Vegas for a work trip, and I did not get to make any progress on any of my videos, the important topics that I want to work on. Vegas, I don't like Vegas. I think it's a horrible place. Yeah, maybe there's some good stuff, sure. The food, some shows, that type of entertainment. I could bring my family to some of that, but it's hard to see the good stuff in Vegas. You have to look past a lot of sin and a lot of things that I just don't agree with. And it's hard to see past that stuff for me. But let me show you some cool stuff that did happen in Vegas.
All right, so here is Red Rock, a really beautiful thing near Vegas. And this is, yes, me, Figgy Ed, enjoying it all. And as I'm taking in all of this beauty, this gorgeousness, what is that in there? Is that a fig tree? No, just a bunch of water. Next, Figgy Ed finds himself in this wonderful jazz place, playing beautiful, great music, but what am I doing? Are those lights? Can those lights really jazz up my indoor space? And then we found ourselves on this place. What is this? Oh, Fremont something. It was full of, you know, good old Vegas sin and other good stuff, I'm sure, somewhere if you look really hard. Oh, and there's something. What? I think he is wondering how many lights that thing can hold up. I bet a lot. All right, next up, one of the funniest people on the entire planet, making a room full of insurance people crack up. And what was Figgy Ed doing? Well, yeah, I was cracking up also. But I bet this light could do a lot for me. All right, now back to business. Back to the videos I'm planning to do. So I have a bunch of videos that I need to work on of other people showing their indoor growing spaces. Very exciting. What are we looking at over here? This is not a real picture. This is now me having fun with AI. This is a very industrial, commercialized looking big giant grow space. Yes, it might be a dream of mine to have one of these one day. But for now, how about we do something a little bit like this? All right, now we're getting a little bit closer. I'm thinking a little bit more cozy. Yes, now we're getting more up Figgy Ed alley. And now this is how I have my AI representing in an image the mental health benefits you could gain from growing figs. But can we make it better? Yeah, add a plate of fresh figs. And a rainbow, apparently? No, wait. Another rainbow with a pot of gold. Now we're talking. All right, now for real, I've run out of jokes. I am wondering what direction to take my deep dive series next. I am thinking insects because people really need to know, going into this eyes wide open, this is the #1 worst thing for me. I absolutely hate the insects. Or should I focus it on, say, fertilizers and show you guys some of the stuff that I've been playing around with for years is what I have up there right now, all the Fox Farm natural stuff. I really believe indoors you absolutely need fertilizers. Now, what kind? I went from natural to synthetic over here. These are now way too strong to have any sense of natural in them. And this is something else I started playing around with, the general hydroponics and general organics. This stuff went next level beyond Fox Farm. I'm seeing some really impressive results. And yes, because I am a madman, I will be introducing Jax, parts 1, 2, 3, into my home. Really excited to see where that goes. All right, now, for the last of my testing, I am super excited to say that I will be doing Advanced Nutrients. This is their organic line, iguana juice. It comes in 2 parts also. And I am just beyond excited that I'm going to be introducing this Advanced Nutrient stuff into my house. It's supposed to be some of the best. This is their connoisseur line. It is not organic, but it is extremely well thought out. This is supposed to be one of the best fertilizers on the planet. The amount of science and thought and effort they put into it. And again, there's a grow, part A, part B, and a bloom, part A, part B. I mean, you know Figgy Ed. I'm beyond myself. I don't even know where to start. How do I start combining and breaking rules here? Well, you know, it first starts by following instructions.
All right. So I hope you got a good laugh out of that. I hope that was entertaining because I definitely was trying to get you to chuckle. But now for real, let me know what you think. I am probably going to just do everything. I'm going to start working on the insect one because I think it's very important. I need to work on pots also, pot size, types of pots, and I'll introduce soil into that. And you know what? I could probably introduce fertilizer into that too. So the fertilizer test will be starting, and I'm curious where I should put my effort into the next video I make. It's probably going to be the insect one. But if you have any thoughts, please let me know. Nah. It's supposed to stop when I do this. Hello? Anything? Are we stopping? Are we going? All right, folks, more to come.